Now let's say we have these two users, user and benp.cont, and they want to share an exam book. First, let's say we want to share this USMLE Step 1 book, and this user wants to share it with this one. If you see here, we cannot add this user yet. First, we need to add the user as a contact. And we would have to type the email exactly as it is. So here it's user@qmail.com. It's a fictionary email. Then you click contact request, and here you can see you send the request. Now here, if you saw the change, you can see that there's a red shadow under the menu here. If the user would just log in or reload the page, then they would be prompted with this here, the window, right away, and they can accept the contact from here. And here you see pending contact request. But let's say they're already active, then they can click here, contacts, and then they click the check mark here. And here you can see this user already has another test user as a contact. And now we have this one as well. And here you can see the change as well. So now this user, if they go here, they can add them as an editor, like so. And now the user can just click the name of the article, and you can see it is the name, not the article, the exam book, and you can see it's the same exam book. Now both users, if the one updates a question with an update, then it takes some time, and it like a second or so, and then you can see the change here. Note that when a user edits an existing question or answer or any other field, then you should not edit here the same question. Like you should have a communication channel in real life, either through Messenger or through the phone or Skype or anything like that, so you know who is editing what. And now I'll click this here so we have a better overview of the questions. I'll scroll down here, and let's say this user creates a new question. Question 5. Answer 5. Here you can see the new questions and answers. And let's say we want to link question 5 with article 2. Then here you can see everything updates. Now everything looks a little bit funky right now because I have the windows. They're very shrinked, let's say, and the app is meant to be used in full screen. So what else? Let's see if this user makes a change here. Change to this answer. Then again, we will see the changes here and everywhere. This user can also utilize this shrink button, and it acts almost as it's this user's notebook. Like this user is an editor. They cannot add different users, but they can edit it. And so people can create flashcards for the same subject. And here you can see, let's demonstrate this here as well. This user can go over the questions independently of this one. So this user already did their revision. Let's say they revise only 3 questions. And now we have 2 more new questions. Like where are they? It's like question 4. I think they didn't answer. No, actually they did. Question 5. Let's go to question 5. This here, let's say they go with this one here, and here it is placed in the medium container. And this user here never did any revisions, so they don't even have their answers. So if we click here, create defaults, then you can see that this user has an independent difficulty containers compared to this one. So if we would place this card here, and this card here, and this one here, and this one here, these are all independent, and they can both revise the same questions without affecting the revision of the other user. Now let's try one more thing. To close a notebook, you click this X button here and it closes. I'm just gonna refresh it, everything. Oh, and I also want to demonstrate here. It's a good opportunity. Here you see I didn't close the notebook, and it loaded where we left off. Not exactly the question, but it opened this here and the notebook. In contrary to this user where we closed the notebook, it didn't load any notebook. And what I want to show you now, here you can see this user, they are the owner of the Exambook, and this here is a user as an editor. Now you can also change the user and move them to and have them as a viewer only. They disappear from the editors and are moved to the viewers. And now the name is much smaller, much smaller, and now the user is much smaller, the user email. And here they do not have the same rights as before. Like if you see here, these buttons aren't available anymore for this user, and they are not able to edit the notes nor the titles. However, they are still able to revise the notes without affecting anything for this user here, who is the owner of the Exambook. Here, let's see. This user is a viewer, but they can still use it like for revision, as you can see.